Okay, we have here the Tour de France. This is 2004. We have Rich Roll did a video. Not a video. Rich Roll did a podcast with Lance Armstrong. I'm going to share my opinions on that one. But we just got this is stage 12, July 16th, 2004. This finished to stage Le Mongie. Started at Castle Saracen that morning. I've been to Castle Saracen. I've ridden this climb. It's a nice climb. It looks a bit wet. Is that wet or is that just hot mixed tarmac? Anyway, we have Tyler Hamilton off the back here. This is the race is on. We've got Sastra on the front attacking the CSC. Trying to rip the... Let me get a can of Sprite here. Let me get a can of Sprite in this house. Oh, that's better. Proudly brought to you by Sprite. Oh, alright. We got some carbs, we got some simple sugars for the brain. Let's get this show on the road. So we have Carlos Sastre here. Just big winging off the front, and he's motoring. And this is the Tour de France, alright? So you got like about 180 riders behind him. And this is an important stage. This is where the GC battles are going on. So this isn't just a random attack. It looks like Rasmussen. Is that Rasmussen? It is Rasmussen on the C40 Colnago. Those full carbon bikes, one of the first ones, I think it's the first carbon bike to win Paris-Roubaix. And we have Richard Virenque and Thomas Volkler, and on their time bikes, in sync. Look at how easy Virenque's doing it. You know what I mean? Volkler's always suffering. Half the time it's an act, but look at Virenque. Look how easy Virenque's doing it. You know, he's got a Livestrong bracelet on. He's doing it easy. That's how much shit these guys were taking, man. He's just doing it easy. He's just doing it easy. And look at the posture of Hamilton. Just rock solid. Just rock fucking solid. Look at the cheekbones just sticking out of his head. Looking relaxed as well. Just holding it in. Probably providing about 400 watts, maybe 380 watts and 61 kilo. Just banging it out. This is after 2 weeks of racing already. This is epic. This is epic. So Rich Roll did the podcast with Lance. I thought it was actually pretty good. I think Rich does a great podcast. I was on his podcast a few years back. He's a great interviewee. He asks some good questions and he lets you talk. He doesn't roll over top of you. My only gripe was all the advertising on the podcast. I wish Rich didn't have the advertising and you just did an extra half an hour of Q&A with Lance. If that was even possible, I'm not sure if maybe Lance's schedule was tight, but that would have been good if we could have more Lance, less advertising. That would be pretty cool. I would like to hear that more. I'd like to have a repeat, have Lance back on again. He answered some good questions about getting haters at the pub and then buying all their food and drink for the evening. That would have been interesting to see their reaction on that. But it was a good interview. Go check out Rich Roll podcast with Lance. I think it was decent. I mean, you can't ask too many hardcore questions because there's still people work in cycling, that work in sport, that work for Nike, Oakley, or Trek, or wherever. The Lance sort of has to protect in that sort of Lance's style. Lance doesn't rat on them, which is pretty amazing. How many people ratted on Lance, but Lance didn't really rat on anyone, did he? How many people did Lance rat on? I don't think he's ratted on anyone. That's pretty epic. Anyway, here we got Lance here. Look at that. Lance is coming around. Look at it. This is what he does, right? And he gets his teammate. Who is that? He's on a Madone SL. It looks like Acevedo. He didn't even have a mirror on. He just could feel Lance coming. This is Ulrich with the nose strip on. Ulrich just going for it. He's on a TCR. Is he on a TCR? He's on a fucking TCR, man. This is how old school this is. Jan Ulrich on the TCR. This is epic. So Lance is just out the saddle on his Madone SSL, the 55 gram carbon OCLV. Having a sip of Sprite there. And look how relaxed Lance looks. Acevedo is in the hurt box. La messe is dit. I don't know what the fuck that means, but it means, look at Acevedo, he's in the hurt box. Acevedo, look at his bike shaking, he's doing everything he can to push the watts. He's just out the side, he's like the end of the VO2 max. He's just on the rivets. And all these motherfuckers back here are just ready to fucking go even harder. They're dropping the wheel a bit. Who's that? Who's dropping the wheel there for Ulrich? Who is that? Is that Rolf Adag? Is it Udo Boltz? Who knows? Volkler shakes his body, he shakes his bike. He's shaking a French baker's daughter, getting his baguette in there. And Virenque's just doing it easy. Virenque's just going, yeah, we'll fly the French flag on this climb, but I'm going to go soon later. Virenque's doing it pretty easy. And this is the days. This is the generation. This is the time where cycling was dirty as. Has it changed? It hasn't fucking changed. There's more money than ever before. there's more pressure now than ever before. Even with social media, the UCI points is more cutthroat than it was back then. Cloden's there. Gutierrez looks like he's there. Where's Tyler? Wow, they really let Tyler off the back, didn't they? They just dropped Tyler. They didn't wait for him. Basso's there. Look how easy Basso's doing it. He just raises his hand, tells the fan, hey, just chill a bit. I'm going to win this stage. I'm going to light it up. I'm pretty sure Basso won this day. Would have been a gift from Lance. Look at Hamilton. Just rock solid upper body. He wants to win the Tour de France. He's been dropped, but he's keeping his cool. Just a little sweat at the brow there. Everyone's got short hair. No one's running helmets at this point because helmets weren't allowed. Helmets weren't essential on the last climb of the day. This is the penultimate climb, last climb. That's what I meant. And Cloden's there on the TCR. Basso's there on his Cervelo. Acevedo is just looking ready to pass out. And Lance, you can tell Lance is going, yep, we're just cruising along here. We're just cruising. I could go a lot harder, but Acevedo is in the hurt box. The face is everything. If you are suffering, you'll see it on this person's face. Look at Ulrich's body language. Look at how he's just hunting. He's just hunting some cadence. He's just hunting some watts. There's like Mayo in the back there, maybe in the Escatel, the Orbea. Just hunting some watts, just hunting a little bit extra. And it was that Menchov? Menchov, maybe Bogart? Probably Menchov at this end point of the race. Looks like there's Moreau, Christophe Moreau on the front of Credit Agricole on the Look 361. Rasmussen on the back. The egghead looks like Vladimir Karpitz. That looks like Levi Leipheimer with Gerolsteiner. Could have been. Was he with Rabobank at this point? And this is the Gruppetto number 2. And that looks like Vladimir Karpitz then. And a couple of US poster rider there. We've got this is Ulrich. Who's that rider? It looks like Giuseppe Guarini, maybe. Looks like Giuseppe Guarini as a Mavic Cosmic in the frame, in the shot. They were Cannondale CAD 5s, those yellow support bikes. They were Cannondale CAD 5s. So anyway, the interview with Lance on Rich Roll was good. It sort of just shows, a bit of stuff. But it was good, but it wasn't like what I'd hope with Lance, just just go full on. Just blow some people out the water. That would be interesting. But, it'd be interesting stuff. Some Sprite. Oh, man. The good old days. Tour de France. Lighting it up. Cycling's the hardest sport in the world. You got punctures, you got gears, you got sore knees, you got crashes, you got tactics, you got, it's crazy. 5K to go. We've got 5K to go. So Carlos Sastre, who won the Tour de France in, I think it was 2008, is on the front, driving it. I bet Lance, when he saw Carlos win the Tour, he's like, fuck, Carlos won the fucking Tour? I'm coming back in 2009. And Lance got third. So Azevedo on the front, look at that posture. Just fucking hurting. And look how loose the jerseys are. Look how flappy the jerseys are. Quite comfortable. What's happened to Giuseppe Guarini's jerseys all over the shop? There's a Seiko rider here. Who was this Seiko rider? Was it Canigo? Looks like Damiano. Doesn't look like, what's his face? Gilberto Simone. Oh, Ulrich is popping. Ulrich is looking down. Don't look down. Just keep looking up. Just keep meditating on that wheel. Doesn't matter how you feel, Ulrich. Hold the wheel. Doesn't matter how you feel, hold the wheel. He's got the lightweights on there. He's got that TCR pink and white jersey. He's got his head shaved at the back, keeping a bit cooler. Marginal gains. It does look like Giuseppe Guarini. And Ulrich's just going at it. His pace, he's grinding, man. I think Ulrich had the most talent. He's grinding. He's fucking grinding. And Lance is on the front spinning. They just go to show you how important spinning is at this level. Look at Lance just doing it easy. Cloden's sitting there doing it pretty easy. But Lance is doing it the easiest. He's got the least upper body rocking. Look at Azevedo's bobbing in and out of the frame. He's like a boxer. Bopping to the beat. And Lance is just ready. Just ready to pounce. Basso there. Look at Basso's upper body language. Basso's ready to fucking rock and roll. Basso is ready to bust a nut on this climb. Cloden's looking down to see how much damage has been done. But look at Basso. If you're looking at Basso, I mean, if you're in that front bunch, you'd be like, fuck, Basso's doing it easy. Basso's hemoglobin's probably 250. And Carlos is on the front. Carlos is suffering. You see he's rocking the body. He's going really good, but you can tell he's on the limit. He's giving everything. Who's this? Who's this on the front? A little bit of a nudge. Oh, it's Cloden? Is it Cloden? No. Isn't Cloden? Who is it? Could have been Michael Rogers. Dyed his hair black. Lance is in the front driving it a bit. He's not going full gas. When Lance goes full gas, you know, because no one else is with him. Or they're struggling to keep up. That is Oscar Sevilla. Is it? No, it's not. It's not Sevilla. It's Gutierrez. Here we go. Look, picking up the pace. So that Fanac rider there, I don't know who that is. Yeah, that is Mancebo. Mancebo's there. Francesco Mancebo is, and Mayo's there. Look at Lance's face compared to the rest. Look at him. Mancebo is just like got his little dog teeth coming out, and just getting it done. It's lightweight wheels. The German. Jan Ulrich, one of the lightweights, and this is the back. These guys will be getting a bit of a draft here because they're going probably maybe 23, 24k an hour, so there would be a bit of a draft. Save maybe 5 or 10 watts, which definitely helps. So Ulrich looks like a broken man, but his mouth's open really good. He always had the best mouth in the peloton, didn't he? He had the best mouth in the peloton. And he's just sucking that oxygen. He's just deep throating that oxygen. The best mouth of the peloton, just deep throating that oxygen. Ulrich didn't spit. He swallowed the oxygen. He swallowed it every fucking drop. Just deep throating that oxygen. And that's how you climb well. Get more oxygen to the body. More oxygen to the muscles. Volkler, the face is too much strain. Can't breathe properly. He's spitting. See, he spits. You got to swallow. You got to swallow in cycling. Swallow it deep. Swallow the oxygen. So wow, there's a minute gap. That's huge. A minute is fucking huge, man. So Sastra's up the front there. Who's going to get the stage win, was he? I thought Basso won this day. He's on a Cervelo. Mancebo's in the front. Look at that posture. Having a sip of Sprite. Proudly brought to you by Sprite. But the Rich Roll podcast was go check it out. This has got me sidetracked. Look, Basso just covered that easy. Look at Basso's doing this so fucking easy. Basso could have won, man. He could have won the Tour de France that year, maybe. He should have just launched it. There's Mayo. Mayo's like, hold up, guys. Wait the fuck for me. Hold the Mayo. I'm coming back, bitches. Here we go. Here's Lance. Lance is like, come on, motherfuckers. Let's party a bit. Lance, look how easy he closes the gap. Look at that. Oh, is that Sastra? No, that's, sorry, that's not. That's Mancebo. Wow, so they're just following the wheels here. So that's Cloden, Mancebo, Lance, and his Platinagata Trek Madone SSL. Lance, look at this. Look how calm he is, man. Look at his car. Exactly. Look at this. Here we go. This is an attack. It's not even full gas attack, but he's going for it. Now he's picking it up. See what Lance would do. He would like maybe attack at 600 watts and then surge up the road at 800 more. And then drop down to 500 and just hold that to the finish line. Basso, look at Basso. He's doing it real good. Wow, he just gapped that. He just gapped it so easily, man. He just swallowed Lance's wheel. Just straight on there. Just buddies up the climb. Wow. Impressive. So when Lance is out of the saddle, he's really giving it some gas. And Basso was in the saddle. Whew. Wow. Basso really was a massive threat. And Basso could definitely even go across, but he's not, because Basso understands he's got his teammate Carlos in the front. So Basso's not going to, he won't sit on the front. He will not. He's great riding there by Basso. Great teammate riding. You know, great teammate riding. Just sit on the wheel. Don't bring anyone across. Very, very good riding. So Lance is like, all right, I'm going for this. What will Lance do when he hits Sastra? Will he go straight past him? I reckon he's going to go straight past him. A Lance move. Come on. Let's see what happens. I haven't seen this for ages. I can't remember what happens. I reckon Lance is going to go straight fucking past. That's what Lance would do. Just bulldoze straight past. And just say, you got Lance, bitches. You got Lanced. Is he going to Lance him? Or is he going to sit on? Oh, he's sitting on. Oh, wow. Oh, I guess two on one. Two CSC riders. But at the end of the day, Lance knows he can beat him. But yeah, oh wow, so Lance just sat on. So Lance was hurting then. Maybe he's going to push the pace a bit more in a second. Is he going to slow up now though? He's coming around him. Is he coming around him? What's he doing? There's 3 abreast up the road. Let the cars pass, guys. Kurt Arvidsson. Kurt Arvidsson? It's not Kurt Arvidsson. This is Basso. Basso and Carlos. It's not Arvidsson. There's a typo there. Cloden's coming back. Mancebo. Look at Mancebo just suffering. Mancebo was always a sufferer. Look at that. Mancebo just suffered. Bobby Julich. Yep, the Giuseppe Guarini. Bobby Julich's in there. Harris. Look at Harris is in the pack. There's Michael Rogers in the pack. Fucking hell, man. This is classic. Look at Ulrich's face, man. Holy shit, he's fucked up. And he's just, he's going. He's keep pushing. Look at relax Bobby Julich. Bobby Julich could go on the front, but he's got teammates. CSC must have been on some good shit that day. Look how good they were doing. Look how good they were going. Wow. And is that Contador? Nah, it's not Contador. Is that Contador? It looks like Contador. It looks like Contador 147. 147 looked like Contador. I'm not sure if he did the Tour de France. I remember Contador came out and I trained with him in 2005, but was that Contador 2004 too? I don't know. It looked like Contador. It looked like a doppelganger, Contador. But Cloden's on the front now. He realises that he's been let ride. Michael Rogers is doing it pretty easy. So we have a few riders I don't know. I can see Beltran's in there, I think. Is that Lauren Brachard with the ponytail? I don't know. But Bobby Julich doing it real easy. Real fucking easy. Real easy. I don't know. Here we go. What's going on here? So, who's on the front now? That is Basso. Basso's in the front. And he's going pretty hard because Lance is out the saddle. Lance doesn't normally... actually, he's probably just going pretty cash, but now he's starting to pick up a bit. Yeah, now he's picking up a bit. Wow, Basso is flying that day. Basso is flying. So Sastra's popped off the back. And Basso's realised that Sastra was off. So Basso's now riding for GC. Basso's trying to put time in everyone. Lance knows that. Lance is going to follow. Maybe they'll work together. Because Lance wants to put some time in him as well. Now Cloden's trying to come back. Cloden's by himself. Mancebo's popped off Cloden. Cloden's going for the crowd. That'd be a lot of focus as well. Trying to get a flag in your spokes or a phone in your face. And is that just a big Guarini? It sort of looks like, doesn't it? The mountain rat. The mountain rat of Giuseppe. It looks like Pantani. That is Volkler on the back doing a Pantani imitation. Christophe Moreau. His body weight used to fluctuate so much. It does look like Contador, doesn't it? It does look like Contador. Wow. I'll look up later on. Said Lance is talking with him. They're talking. They're fucking talking, man. I think Lance probably just said, you can have it, just go for it. Go as hard as you can. And that's good. Lance did good with it. By gifting people stages, it was good. Lance could still dominate, but other people got to win. Sponsors were happy. It was good. It wasn't just a Lance show. It was shared around. So Lance was great for cycling. He rode really well. If you're on his side and stuff like that. So look at that shifter he's got. He's got the down tube shifter. Just to crack people. And this is Mancebo. Mancebo is the beast. Look at Mancebo just grinding and just chasing back on. So I would say that the best ride of the day was Mancebo. Just look how hard he was suffering, man. Just look at his face. You can see it's pixelated as fuck, but you can see the grimacing from here. Basso's looking back. These guys are doing it easy, eh? You look at their body language. It looks pretty casual. They're like, yeah, just two mates up a side. Basso looks like he's doing it easier than Lance is. Lance is back out the saddle again. In the saddle, out the saddle, in the saddle. It's a good way to climb. Especially on these long climbs like this. in the saddle, out the saddle, in the saddle, out the saddle. And getting out the saddle was quite unusual for a heavy guy like Lance. Lance wasn't exactly a climber in terms of like body weight wise, but he would dance like Lance out the saddle frequently, and it obviously worked for him. So dance like Lance, get out the saddle every few minutes here and there, and click up a few gears. Cadence is going to go around about 70 when you're climbing out the saddle, and then drop it back in the saddle and bring it back up to 90, around 90. It's got 800 metres to go to the finish line. And there's a person on top of that little roof there, reading a book. This is up this Col de Mongie, almost like the Tourmalet style. And then they're going into that little, I remember riding down this little thing, the motorbike, cameras undercarbed. And this is all about carbohydrates and water. This is where you really got to be hydrated. And this is where Lance was the master. It was nutrition, hydration, and Basso as well. They just knew how to eat enough. They knew how to drink enough. Having a look back, riding two abreast. Just so they're riding two abreast, just showing how easy they're doing it. Just riding two abreast. I think Basso moved to Discovery Channel after this. I think he did, didn't he? Riding two abreast, not even drafting each other for extra seconds. Just totally dominating. That's how good Basso was going that day. Just half-wheeling Lance half-wheeling him, and just doing it real fucking easy, man. Doing it real fucking easy. So Lance is he's trying to push Basso into the barriers a little bit, look like, not to crash him, but just to say, hey, like, don't ride two abreast. Let's actually look like we pretend we're actually hurting. And so I think he's going to give Basso the stage win. Looks like both of those could have gone a lot harder, eh? Is it just me? I reckon they could have gone a lot harder, both these guys. But they put in enough time from their competitors, so that they didn't want to blow it too out of the water. That's what I mean. If you're going to win, you want to win with, like, not make it too obvious what's going on, and not totally demoralise your competitors. Otherwise, people start snitching and getting bitching. And so Basso's come around for the win. Lance is letting him have that. And, yeah. He's letting him have the win. Now he's picking up the pace for the finish line crowd, for the people in the corporate booth, and boom. Done it easy. Look how fresh his face is. Look at that. Fucking hell, man. That just goes to show you how important red blood cells are, you know. Cloden. Wow. Good ride by Cloden. Great ride by Mancebo. Wow. And that looks like Sastra as well, coming up the back. So Sastra wasn't too far behind. He was not too far behind. And that is the Lance Armstrong 2004 versus Tyler Hamilton versus Ivan Basso. Check out the Vitriol podcast and let me know what your thoughts were. Watch Icarus on Netflix. And this is stuff I've been saying for probably 15 years. If you want to cope, you got to do it. You know, you can't ride this fast without taking oxygen vector gear. You can't run as fast as Mo Farah does without being on the hot sauce. You can't swim as fast as Phelps swims without having a really good fucking doctor. You just can't, man. You know, this pharmaceutical stuff lets us do things that people want to watch at the Tour de France, at the Olympics, even on YouTube. And Bobby Julich, Harras, you know. Harras still wearing his helmet. I wonder why Harras is still wearing his helmet on the last kilometre. Everyone else is taking their helmet off, pretty much. 90% of the riders taking their helmet off. That looks like Simone, doesn't it? That looks like Gilberto Simone. Is that Dario Frigo? No way. Is that Frigo? Can't really tell. Is that Dario Frigo? Is Christophe Moreau got his tongue hanging out? He's getting his tongue wet for the podium girls. And really long reach on his bike, hasn't he? And who else we got there? Yeah, that's Leipheimer. The Kojak haircut, Leipheimer, Rabobank. So Rabobank rider, Leipheimer. Michael Rogers there. Azevedo's still going good. So Azevedo didn't totally pop. So, wow, he's going to push harder for Lance. Beltran. And that's Oscar Sevilla there. That looks like Oscar Sevilla. That's Oscar Sevilla in the back. The Phonak jersey coming up the back. And is that Lauren Brochard on the AG2R kit. Is that Tyler Hamilton at the back as well again? So yeah, the who's who of blood values. Thomas Volkler zigzagging all over the road. The Frenchies love him. He'll be getting his baguette dipped in a podium girl tonight. I hope he's had a vasectomy so I can go balls deep and not weep 9 months later. He's got a visor on his helmet. He's got a visor on his... Rasmussen. What does Rasmussen do on the back? It's like he's cooling down or something. He's not even suffering. Rasmussen, what were you doing? See a bit of suffering on there, eh? Volkler. Oh, he's got a long seat. Long drive. That seat really high, hasn't he? All over the bike, all over the road. The Frenchies love him. In the big dog. Slaps it in the big chain ring. Just zigzagging all over the road. Every second lost. He's got the Cosmic Carbon on the back. And just a little Veronks there. Mayo's there. Tyler Hamilton's there. Another AG2R rider. And interesting stuff. We'll have a look at the list. Little Volkler. Woo! If Volkler kept his fucking bike straight, he could probably ride a lot faster. And this Agrigol rider, I don't remember. It is... Yeah, who is this one? Who is that? I have to get a refresher. Anyway, that's the Tour de France. That's stage 12, July 16th. Castle Saracen to Montlamongie. Tyler Hamilton versus Lance versus Basso. Leave your comments and questions down below. Check out the Rich Roll podcast. See you soon.
Coming